How's it going, everybody? I'm meteorologist Joey Cragness back with your daily forecast. We don't have a ton of severe weather today to talk about, but Texas and Oklahoma could be in store for some severe weather tomorrow and Thursday. I didn't realize the W cut off there on tomorrow. But then we also have a severe potential for next week as a big low pressure system is expected to move through the central portion of the country. Could kick up some severe weather for the south. But we'll be keeping an eye on that. And then those cooler temperatures still expected to stick around through this week and into next week as well. So those cooler temperatures could dampen the severe risk just a little bit, but we'll watch out for that. Right now, cooler temperatures over pretty much the entire Great Lakes region in those mid-40s out there. Slightly warmer down south, and then pretty similar across the western U.S. as they're under a little bit of a ridge. But those cooler temperatures are still sticking around for the most part out there. Central Oklahoma looking like the mid and lower 60s, a few upper 50s out there still waiting to warm up out near Tulsa and the surrounding areas, but we're in the 60s for the OKC metro right now. And then down in the DFW, just a little bit cooler, those mid 50s sticking around out there. They did have some light cloud cover. So keeping those cooler temperatures around just a little bit longer. San Antonio and Austin just slightly warmer in those mid and upper 50s, and then just a touch warmer out near Houston, breaking into the 60s. The Front Range looking quite a bit warmer than they did just a few days ago. Got mid and lower 50s out there. Slightly cooler south of Denver there, 43, but pretty warm everywhere else. So, you know, if you're out there, great day to do some hiking while it's sunny still. Maybe get out and look at some of the snow that they got just a few days ago. We could be in store for some decent roofing weather for a good chunk of the country today and into parts of tomorrow. Pretty much the entire country except the Northeast, Great Lakes region. Decent roofing weather out there. Could be on the warmer side down south for this time of year, but then tomorrow, tomorrow, I did set up my times correctly. We're looking at temperatures pretty similar, still relatively sunny. Storms aren't expected to get going until later on in the afternoon tomorrow. So that's when we'll see those roofing conditions deteriorate. So if you do get out and do some roofing tomorrow morning, earlier the better, is a good way to go about it. But then pretty much the entire country is less than ideal starting tomorrow. But looking at our instability out there, we could see an uptick in instability in central Oklahoma tomorrow afternoon. And then later on in the evening, we'll see that instability surge north into south central Texas, out near Houston. They could see some stronger storms. It's not looking like a super high-end event, but we could see some hail and strong wind out of some of those storms. So although we do get that surge of instability in Oklahoma later on in the afternoon, the storms don't fire up until later on in the evening. So that's something to watch out for. And then stuff gets going out in Texas later on. Some of these isolated storms could be a little bit stronger as we get into tomorrow night, but right now they're looking like it'll be mainly on the lower end, and then for Thursday, kind of get a nice line of storms going. Again, not super strong, but they could be strong enough just to produce some smaller severe hail and some weaker severe wind gusts on the lower end there. Looking at the upper air pattern here, we have this nice trough. Keeping those cold temperatures for the Northeast and Great Lakes region, slightly warmer to the south. And this is kind of the area that we're watching for tomorrow and Thursday. There's just this little dip in the jet stream that's going to be enough to kick up some storm activity down in Oklahoma and Texas. But then the main story is next week. We're watching this trough really start to strengthen as we get into early next week. It's got this nice negative tilt to it. See all these little bumps in the jet stream? That's enough to kick up those storms. the higher wind speeds up there also providing some lift and rotation possibly. So we could see a nice low pressure system move through Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, up in that area, and that's going to kind of move through the entire eastern U.S., bringing some decent moisture, if not severe storms. Looking at our 5-day rain chances, the East Coast are the main area where they'll be seeing some pretty high precipitation. These darker greens up north, that's all moisture from snow. Expecting a good amount of snow over the next several days, and into next week they could see a few different waves of late season heavy snow out there, several inches expected. But down in Texas and Oklahoma, could see some pretty strong, pretty heavy rain on Thursday and into Friday. That system moves farther out to the southeast. But today and tomorrow, relatively dry over pretty much the entire country. And then, like I said before, the East Coast just gets a solid amount of rain, mainly in the DMV area on Saturday. Not expecting super strong storms out there, but it'll be a fairly heavy rain for them on Saturday. Then looking out a little bit farther for our precip chances, I forgot to change the dates on that, should say March 24th to 28th. But this is our 6 to 10 day outlook, seeing a bullseye of heavy precipitation out near Minnesota and Wisconsin. And then the Four Corners region, they get a good amount of rain too over that 6 to 10 day period. And then our extended temperature outlook, again, 6 to 10 day time frame, looking at that heavy, or the coldest air being in Montana, South Dakota, parts of Wyoming and North Dakota, along with that snow, so that those colder temperatures should drop just low enough where they could get some moderately heavy snow out of these upcoming systems. And then warmer temperatures expected to stick around on the East Coast and eastern half of the country, where that ridge is expected to set up during that 6 to 10 day time frame out there. That's all we got for today. If you're interested in learning more about us, go ahead and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, or scan that QR code up above me if you're interested in purchasing our maps, or give us a call at 855-334-4245, email us at info@hailtrace.com, or check out our website at www.hailtrace.com. That's it for now. I'm meteorologist Joey Cragness. Thanks for watching.